possession. Greenwood eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble.
Wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. And fortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Elliott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Off play action. Elliott. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Elliott. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Carson. (21-0) our score after 1. On 1st and 10, Elliott, and he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Elliott.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Elliott finding Harris over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down. Back to throw again. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Elliott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Browns drive about to get started. He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Stay loose.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They go play action. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A big play there. On his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Now the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun, Elliott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, it's...
Now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From the gun, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Carson. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Here's Smith to return it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run now for Nwangu. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. To throw again. Elliott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. 31's the mic. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. 31's the mic.
Off play action. Elliott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
To throw on 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Elliott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here we go, D. Hey, just.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw on 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Woods. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
You don't check smash. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. 19, Tiger. Show it up. Mike 55.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
He's coming, double up. Mike 55,
They run for it with Carson, and this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 15. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On the give is Nwangu. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Throwing on first down, Elliott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They run again with Hunt. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now it's Nwangu.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.